But how could you come to his rescue when he was up here okay with flooding the black communities in Chicago with illegal immigrants? Taking money from the black communities to give it to illegal immigrants. Now when Brandon Johnson is going to need black people to support him, he's don't have the support. And that's what you black politicians do every single time. You sit up here, you do the bidding of these silly Democrats, and then they leave you out to dry when the other side of white supremacy tries to come attack you. The Democrats don't do nothing but leave you out there high and dry.
I'm in Chicago on 79th Street. And the thing is, 79th and Burham, and what happened is the immigration problem in Chicago, our issue, is really out of hand. But I guess one has to take in consideration that people coming from Mexico, they need a place to live, and they're dealing with migrants. They're passing out vouchers for the home. And like I said, we in the United States in Chicago, and talked to some of the people that live in the community. The vouchers that they're passing out, they're supposed to be utilized. There were only 50 vouchers that were supposed to be out, but the word got out, and the immigrants have come over here to get the vouchers, but you can't really blame them. There's an immigration problem in Chicago, and like I said, there are people that are really mad because there are resources that are being taken from individuals in Chicago that have been homeless for a long time. And you have people wondering, why weren't these resources given to individuals in Chicago before Governor Abbott sent the immigrants to Chicago? And like I said, this is South Shore community. And you know, you had people, everybody Lake Shore Drive, and you had people that are upset.
Officials tonight said Daly College is an ideal location because it's move-in ready and a fraction of the cost of a hotel. But many in the crowd didn't want to hear it.
When do citizens of the United States of America come first?
On the southwest side, city officials getting an earful.
How about this? Give them all these politicians' addresses and put them in their backyards, in their basements, in their houses.
This meeting at Richard J. Daly College comes as the city, starting as early as this weekend, prepares to use this gymnasium until August 1st and 2 auxiliary classrooms on the campus through the end of November to shelter more than 400 migrants.
This is about being human and providing humane spaces for them.
I serve my country. We need to give these immigrants a chance.
But the debate igniting anger about how the city for decades has treated its poor.
We do not take care of our own people.
There's no resources taken from our shelter system and the housing within our shelter system, as well as outreach agencies who are providing services on the street.
This gathering comes a day after the city council at a heated meeting approved $51 million in emergency migrant funding. That money only expected to last through the end of this month.
You speak very much about the money. It's our money. Every dollar you give is our money.
Last weekend, migrants began moving into Wright College on the northwest side. Officials say that's reduced the number of migrants at police stations from more than 800 last week to fewer than 640 now.
Watch breaking news on YouTube. Subscribe to ABC7 Chicago Eyewitness News.
These South and West Side homeowners are angry. They believe the city has overextended itself and should be putting the tens of millions of dollars earmarked for migrants into Chicago's most vulnerable neighborhoods.
But the South Side has been under-resourced, underfunded for years, for decades. We have schools that need to be reopened. We have buildings that are abandoned that need to be business operated.
The group says the city has abandoned its Invest Southwest initiative, a Lightfoot-era program that was dedicated to reversing decades of disinvestment on Chicago's South and West Sides, promising to align more than $2.2 billion through public and private funding.
We are taxpayers, we're property owners. Our money should go towards fixing our communities.
The city has received more than 15,000 migrants since August 2022.
We have no more room. Y'all are embarrassing Chicago as a whole.
According to analysis by the ABC7 data team, there are more than 20 active migrant shelters across the city, 7 located on the South and West Sides.
Whether it's one shelter or whether it's 10 shelters, we're saying the facilities that are there for us, the money needs to be put into those facilities for us.
In a statement from the mayor's office about the group's concerns and the status of Invest Southwest, a spokesperson says in part, quote, "We are committed to continued investment for all residents, but especially communities on the South and West Sides that have long experienced disinvestment. We are the city of Chicago, and our shoulders are big enough to support both new arrivals and those who have long called this city home."
Mayor Johnson, the black aldermen, the black alderwomen in this city, you will stand for the black citizens of Chicago.
Now, the city says Mayor Johnson knows firsthand the impact of neglect on a vulnerable community and that he will never stop investing in people, all people, and delivering the affordable housing, fully funded schools, safer streets, and living wages that every person deserves in this city. So obviously you're hearing the mayor is saying that the city has big enough shoulders to handle both the South and West Sides, all of the neighborhoods, as well as the new arrivals. But of course, the people you heard from, they believe otherwise, and they're hoping that more attention be focused on the South and West Sides.
One of many layers to the migrant crisis, certainly.
Watch breaking news on YouTube. Subscribe to ABC7 Chicago Eyewitness News.
Well, Rob, that $51 million will hopefully help those migrants leave the police station floors and go into shelters. While 34 aldermen voted for the $51 million, it did not come out without a lot of controversy, especially from some black residents who say the money should go towards Chicago residents who have been neglected for years.
Very much committed to a revenue stream or revenue streams that ensure that we are dealing with the crises of those who are unhoused in the city of Chicago, while also making sure that there's room for those that we are welcoming.
We need to allocate some of this money for our black children, for the black community.
$51 million for migrants brought some loud and vocal opposition from the public, to the point where police had to escort people out of the city council meeting several times. Mayor BRANDAN Johnson asked for a 2-minute breather.
We want to make sure that we can continue to conduct the business of the people.
Since August, over 10,000 migrants have arrived in Chicago. Hundreds are sleeping on police station floors. The $51 million is expected to help house the migrants. But those against spending the money say the city must take care of its black residents, too.
And we have to help the residents of this great city. It's not an either-or. It's a both-and.
Some black alders who have struggled themselves admit they're conflicted. 49th Ward Alderman Maria Haddon voted yes, but asks community members helping the migrants to help people who live in Chicago.
And everybody that's working hard for this, you've got to show up for black Chicagoans with the same energy. And that does mean money.
The issue is emotional for 20th Ward Alderman Jeanette Taylor. She says while black people have fought for years for a seat at the table, it doesn't mean they shouldn't help others who are also struggling.
When we fought just to drink out of a damn fountain, it was us. But hurt people don't hurt other hurt people.
Taylor's passionate statement received a standing ovation from her colleagues. The vote overwhelmingly passed. The $51 million only lasts through June. City Council Budget Committee Chairman Jason Irvin says the city must come up with a plan.
There does need to be a greater plan, and I think this was always designed to give the incoming administration an opportunity to do that. This is a stopgap measure, pure and simple.
Brandon Johnson is in the process of a press conference right now. You heard him off the top of my piece talk about that he is hoping that he can come up with some type of funding for everybody. It's time to take a deeper dive into the budget, but he has still yet to come out with an overall strategic plan for the migrants.
Watch breaking news on YouTube. Subscribe to ABC7 Chicago Eyewitness
Mayor
News.
Johnson, how about you? How many, according to my records, you have welcomed 51,648 illegal aliens to your sanctuary city. So I'd ask you, sanctuary from what?
If you're referring to the number of individuals that were bused from Governor Abbott without any coordination, the 52,000 individuals that were seeking asylum, those individuals were bused to us. I passed a bus ordinance to work to coordinate with the governor of Texas. He refused to do that. But that transfer of individuals was the result of the governor of Texas, not the result of a welcoming city ordinance.
Welcoming city ordinance. So you're not welcoming these people that came here illegally?
The individuals that were bused to us from the border. From
They were not
Governor
welcome in Chicago? You didn't welcome them? You didn't provide them sanctuary?
So the welcoming city ordinance is pretty straightforward. It allows for our local law enforcement to focus on local policies, and that's why we're seeing a decline in violence.
So you don't care about federal law enforcement policies, only local policies?
We comply with all laws. What I do care about is this body, Washington, passing comprehensive immigration
So let me ask you this. Chicago residents reported 28,443 violent crimes during 2024 alone, cases of aggravated assault rising to the highest level in 2 decades. Now, also, state funds, $160 million, were issued to illegal alien job assistance shelters in Chicago. You're the mayor of Chicago. Do you think that your residents or the residents of your state should be paying for that more than they should be paying for their own needs, their own roads, their own public safety? I mean, who elected you? The people that came illegally, whether they were sent to you or not, or the people that reside in Chicago? Who elected you? And who do you serve?
The people of Chicago elected me as the 57th mayor of the city of Chicago, and we serve all the residents of the city of Chicago.
Illegal or not, criminal or not, how many of the 662,566 illegal aliens with criminal histories that ICE has reported are now residing in Chicago?
Someone will have to get back with you with that number. I don't keep account of.
Do you take immigration information from criminals as they're arrested and processed? Do you take immigration information?
Our local law enforcement focuses on getting all violent individuals off the streets of Chicago. Do you determine
whether they're here legally, what their immigration status is, as a function of your justice system?
Time's expired, but please feel free to answer the question, Mayor.
The Welcoming City Ordinance ensures that our local residents communicate and trust local law enforcement to ensure that criminals and crime is being addressed, and that's why violent crime has gone down in the city of Chicago. Thank you very much,
Chair now
Mr. Chairman, I have a unanimous
Conant.
request.
This is what your grandfather was doing. Any message for your grandchildren? Great.
happen to have known someone who was in the NSA.
Okay.
All right? And they don't know it, they'll know now. I've been in their building with him. Did you see it?
Yes, sir.
And they
Some people don't know what NSA is.
National Security Administration. And when I walked up in there and they got video screens. I mean, from here to 35th Street.
Those street cameras, right?
Those are the screens like you watch on a computer.
Right.
All right. They got a room where they listen to conversations all around the country. All right. That's why I can say what I said. But they let me go because he was an important person. They figured if he was pregnant, it was all right. All right, they made a mistake, but I never forgot that.
Well, wait a minute, all the while.